It is 9 o'clock in this freezing morning. It's already 9 o'clock and you think Jack Frost will be gone, but look at that. There you go, still ice. And look, water. Look at the water. The water. Oh my goodness. Hang on, I better, hang on. It's funny. Oopsie. Okay, there you go. Woohoo! Look how thick the ice is. Look at that, hey? Look at that. Hello there, my name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. Look what happened to my pansies, they're all frozen. Okay, so my grass, because this is not really a lawn, this is the grass. Look, it's all white from the frost. Look at that. Everything just about that's outside is covered with ice. Okay, look at that, my copper canyon. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna go cover it so you can see. Look at that. Hey, hey, hello, hello babies, hello. You still got ice on you. That's Paddy Pete, and that's Elegance over there. Sempervivum can survive the frost, no problem. And this is a Sedum. Look at that, still ice. Dew point this morning at 7 o'clock was minus 6.5. So this is my outdoor covered area, and it was forecast last night, it was forecast to be -4 overnight. So I actually thought that, okay, that's fine. I don't think it's gonna get colder. And these are the ones that was hit by the frost the last time. So you can see that's Graptopetalum pentandrum superbum, my superbum. And now it's actually recovered. You can see it's all back in pink, not translucent and darkish before. My marmorata seems to be handling it quite well in here, so I don't think I'm gonna bring you inside. I'll just leave you here. And this Kalanchoe, let's look at Baharensis CV Oak Leaf. Yep, this is the Baharensis CV Oak Leaf, and the last one I had died at -7, so maybe not cold enough. So anyway, I should really bring that inside. Poor thing. But what I want to show you is how my plants fared in this -6.5. So this covered area, I know even I've had -11 just about before dew point, you know, in this area, and they all seem to be fine. So let's check out my yellow ebony. He's still good. Snow angel, these are all newly purchased, so that's why I'm a little bit concerned. Golden Maria crest, they're all new. Mebina, Shamrock is already a couple of years old, or two. It's seen winters before. That Minima is its first winter. Okay, so Lawi and my Romeo. Okay, this is original Romeo apparently, and so I put it on Juliet bowl with, look, that's the poison opal. Check that out. But anyway, this video is not about Romeo and Juliet. It's about hang on, check out the not frozen. It's actually soft. That one's firm. Yeah, so they're all good. Even my Titanopsis, I mean lithops, sorry, my lithops are all fine. That's actually plumped up. So they was all wrinkled the last time I done a video, but now they're all coming back, plumping up, except for those two yet. It still needs to be plump up a bit more, but it looks better than how it was. So all the Crassula here, even the Peperomia, which is not supposed to be outside here, is okay. And my Aeonium, look, it's recovered So anyway, I'm gonna go take you to, so these are new ones that I just purchased recently that I haven't even potted up because I like to acclimatize them first before I pot them up. That one is already, I think that's almost 2 months old. But I left it in its original pot because it's better, it's safer for it to be there than to be transplanted, and then in case the soil is a bit moist or wet, it will hold some water and it will die, freeze up and die. But anyway, this is Andromischus. So all these ones are babies that I don't even have names for, so I don't know what they are. They're Polydonis hybrid, this one, but that one is, I think, roulette. And those ones are all different ones. All the names, I'm not too sure, but I just have to give them a name so I know what I'm up for. Anyway, this one's now my, oh, look at that. Hang on, apart from the aphids. Okay, so these ones are string of bananas. I think they're fine. This is what I'm really concerned of. What are you? Alabaster Magic. I don't think she likes the frost. I bought this about a few weeks ago. So I've got Lilacina, is that Sarihimi, Bhutan, all different, mainly Echeverias, these ones. And the frilly ones, even the frilly, oh, the frilly ones all right. These ones are just cuttings. It hasn't rooted yet. So this is, I think, what are you? Oh, that's my red dragon. Okay, red dragon, let's check you out. So it's just cuttings, so it's just dried up, no roots. You can see no roots yet. This one, ooh, it's got a bit of 1, 2, 3 roots on that one, but I still wouldn't pot them up. So these are new ones. My Delulu has shed some leaves. That's Chihuahua Yensis, Ruby Blush. They don't have, sort of got a bit of root, but they haven't got any root, that one yet, so I have to leave that there. And Hakuhu, have you got root? This one, look, so this is what drying up looks like. So it's dried up, and oops, I can see a root as well. Hang on, see that? There. Okay, tiny little bit of root. Anyway, oh, my West Rainbow, this was given to me. And, oh, look, it's rooting. You see the roots? There you go. So, I'm supposed to pot them up, and Californica, look, Californica has got one leaf, and can you see the root on Californica? It's Californication. Okay, so look at that. See the little root sticking out. Anyway, okay, so they're doing fine, and this is northwest facing, but it's in the dark, so they don't get any sun at all. So now this is now northeast, but I've got these bushes covering them, and they sort of semi-protected, but they still get frost, as you can see. Look, ice. There's still ice. Look at that, hey? This is the outdoor area that's not covered. Okay, so up the top, ooh, I lost a jelly bean. Oh, it's already dried up anyway. That one, the Mendoza, looks like it got tickled by the frost, but apart from that, it's okay. So on this side here, see this is actually southwest sort of facing, and you can see that there's still that paddy peat is still, oops, see there's still frost on it. Paddy peat, this paddy peat, they're really frost hardy as well, but this one got kissed by the frost. Capri. Hello. So this is what kissed by the frost looks like. See, look at that. That looks gorgeous, the color. But normally they're all white. They got the farina or the white fluffy stuff like the Kante. and the afterglow here. So that white stuff on the surface, so look, this one. Okay, so that's what you call a farina. So this white powdery stuff, it's also to protect them from the sun, basically, but also from the frost. See, I've noticed every winter, although this is the first winter I'm actually home, the cante would normally be open when it's hot or in the summer, and the farina, I think, is the one that protects it from the sun, the scorching sun. But in winter, I've noticed they close off. Like when I come back after our usual trip, I come back in springtime, and they're always closed off. And so now I know they close themselves to protect themselves from the frost. But and so as the afterglow here, so the huge afterglow is just gorgeous. But there's a afterglow here. This is the oldest of my afterglow that I'm miniaturizing, so I haven't actually watered that the whole year. So it's just by the grace of the rain that it gets a bit of water every now and then, but apart from that, it doesn't get watered at all. So I'm trying to make it smaller. Now this is the Babylon. Look at the Babylon. It also got kissed by the frost. Normally they have that farina or white, and if the dew settled on the surface, the white disappears, and you can see sort of a darker contrast color, and that's what I meant by kissed by the frost. So that's kissed by the frost, but it's fine. The obvious ones from this area, this is Victoria variegated. So this one, this is Agavoides. The Agavoides are very, very strong plants, but even this one is okay. So you can see the variegation on that one, and there's lots of babies, but the baby, there's a bit of translucency on that one there, so I'm gonna point it out, that point there. That's what kissed by the frost looks like. But she'll be fine once the sun's out, and the sun's out now, and it's nice and lovely on my face. Anyways, so that will slowly thaw out, and it's not gonna die. But this one, this is my first year for this. Okay, Ginmitenio. Okay, Ginmitenio is gorgeous, but you can see, look, ooh, beautiful, isn't it? But that is a little bit of translucency, and that got kissed by the frost as well. But what I do, I just leave it here, and she will be fine. Just like the super bum, certain areas you have to give it time. Have I left the super bum in where it was before, out in my 50 zone area, it would have died. But since I quickly put it away in a warmer area, then she will have time to recover. Now the babies, since they've been from day one, are all doing fine. I can't even find a single one that seemed to have been affected by the frost at all. So the ones in the 50 zone here, they're a bit bigger plants. And this is Sedum bronze, Graptopetalum bronze. I had them died on me in the past, but this one is, I've grown from a leaf myself. So it's a very, very, very strong plant. So all of these ones have been grown from leaf, and they're all nice and healthy plants. So this is the blue metal in sort of a semi-protected, because I've got all these pots and plants covering them. And over there is, that one is out in the open. This is like where the war zone is. And also I've got a whole heap of other newbies. These are still newbies because these are all less than a year old that I actually purchased them. But they are, a lot of them are Hercules and Apis and Acacia Ponds, and also Nightfall. It's just dark, but it's gorgeous. Anyway, and then that one is a Melaco. So you can see the higher one suffers from the frost more than the one that's in there, that's sort of in the lower portion. And then that's the, this is supposed to go into my garden, this blue metal, and they're covered with ice at the moment, so that's actually frost still, so you can see. And it doesn't get the sun until about lunchtime. So this is also my pansies, so you can see them thawing out now. So this is what happens. So the sun will hit, well, overall the temperature rises anyway, so as the day moves on the frost will melt, and this is what melting frost looks like. So on that side you can see that's fine. So the pansies are handling it much better, the frost hardy plants. And on the inside here you'd think that, oh, that's gonna die because it's got ice on it, but this is what happens. So with the succulents it's the same thing. So when you see your succulents get hit by the frost, most of them will actually survive. If you just relax and don't panic the minute you see your plants being frostbitten, then you just have to count to 10. That one got hit by the frost as well. You can see that's been kissed, I should say, by the frost. And up the top here, the babies, hang on, let's go. I'm gonna take this out, hang on just a sec. Now this Sedum clavatum is facing north-northeast. This is one of the first plants that get hit by the morning sun because it was high up, and this is exposed to the frost. You can see that it has some frost damage, especially those babies. They're all just gonna die. Those ones, they're not gonna pop out. And you can see the wrinkling, that's from -3 before, and this one now, look at that. I'm a bad mother, but I have to do this so as to know how to grow them better. Now this is one of the older clavatum that I had. I had -7 in the past out in the open in my garden that died. I really love the structure or the form of Sedum clavatum. They're quite a pretty plant. Look at that. How can you not love those chubby cheeks? So this one I'm growing just to see as to what point it will die on me. So this is -6.5 dew point. This is Celcius. After today, so I think we still have -2 forecast tonight. So we're gonna have successive nights and then -4 again the following day, something like that. So this one now, before it dies too much, I am gonna take this out from its spot and put this in my protected zone area. So I'll put it in my shade cloth area over here. So, but look at all those plants up the top there. I had the Juvena, Aloe Juvena, somewhere here before, and I moved it down to here. So that, look, so the flower, you can see it's already black. But the plant itself is nice and healthy. Nice and healthy in the sense that it's nice and blushy red, but pink. But it has survived the frost, so that can stay outside. And these are my babies. The babies are all, these are Monroe. Monroe are very, very, very frost hardy. So you can see, hang on, I don't know. I have to block the sun so you can see it better. There you go. So they are grown from a leaf, and the mother, it actually suffered some frost or got bitten by the frost the first year I had it, because you know me, I'm a torturous person. Unless I do this, I wouldn't know how strong these plants are, and if they die on me, I don't want them because I can't really look after them. So Andromischus cristatus, that is actually, I think one of them I've grown from a leaf, a single leaf, and I actually had it at the end of autumn and it grew through winter. So it's very, very, very frost hardy, Andromischus. So if you got Andromischus, put it out, you know, as long as you've got temperate temperature like we have. If you live in an area wherein you get snow, then I suggest you protect them. Put them in a glass house somewhere. or indoors. But for our climate, we get frost, but it's not really that severe because we don't really get snow. We have snow in summer, but in winter we rarely, I don't even remember in all the time I've been living here, a long time, I haven't even remembered having snowed. We got snowed or been snowed in winter. So we have very, very, very mild temperature. So even these sedums, in the past, the first year I've got them, they just fell off and sort of died. But then look at that. This is Sedum rubricatum. This is variegated. And I also have Sedum aurora variegata over here, which you can see it's that's got bitten by the frost. Not, yeah, frost bitten, but not dead yet. So you can see the translucency. So that's what frostbite looks like for succulents. But that one now, I only had it for less than a year as well. I bought that last springtime. So I might have to put it in my 50 zone, that one. But that's still savable. And this one now, these are oldies and goodies. This is Graptopetalum. There's another name for this one, but anyway, that's frost hardy. The mother's over there, which is green. And that one is also a pink jelly bean or aurora. That's also an aurora, and it has survived the frost. So in that same spot, in that same pot, in the previous years, that actually just melted away. So come springtime, I only have a couple of stems left wherein new ones grew from it. So now that is one very, very frost hardy sedum. So you can see there's still ice on that one there, I think. Yeah, so look, still ice on the surface. Okay, there you go. So that's still frozen, but I'll leave it there. And even this Copper Canyon baby one, you can still see icicles on the surface. But that's a very, very strong plant, and that's a mother. The mother Copper Canyon. This one's Letitia. Hello, Miss Letitia. This is the first year I've got this Letitia, and look how nice and gorgeous that is. On that side, it's got aphids, but I already sprayed it, so I don't know what that looks like on the video. But anyway, I got better put it up the top here like that. So that side did not get licked by the frost. This side got licked by the frost, so your translucency, but it's the same thing. They get translucent, but I don't worry too much about it because the sun will thaw it out. So it will slowly thaw out. And also this Graptopetalum here, bit of translucency on the ones that sort of from the edge of the shelf. It's sort of, the dew settles on the edges of it, but the back part where there's no dew settling, then they're all nice and healthy. So you can see nice and healthy. But that one is translucent. But that translucent will also come good by the end of the day. And same as this one. This is Sedum jelly beans, rubricatum. This is the green one, which is now red. And you can also see there's a bit of translucency. But apart from that, it'll be fine by the end of the day. So tomorrow, all I'm going to do is just push them all in a little bit. So an inch will make a difference. And this Rahoya is very frost hardy. There you go, my little Rahoya. So again, I'll just leave it there because I'm trying to make it go pink. And of course, topsy-turvy and longissima over here. So the center is longissima. The frost doesn't worry it. Or now this one, Titanopsis, what are you? I can't really. Titanopsis, Aeoniopsis, Setifera. Frost hardy to -5. But look at it, see? And I keep it dry. That's why it's there. But apparently, they're very frost hardy anyway. And up the top, I don't know, Hal bin Jerry I Otero. So there's a tiny, tiny bit of translucency on the tip. But these are cuttings from a mature plant that I've had for almost 4 years. And also Violet Queen, very frost hardy. And hang on, there you go, they look better like that. So kissed by the frost, but otherwise doing really well. So Apis as well. These are gonna go into my garden. That's why I am growing them to go strong on me, to be strong babies, so they can face the big wide world.